What I'm going to talk about is what we've been doing in the past few years. We are almost going to be 10 years now, next year. And we have a lot more agenda to do. And I think reconstituting the National Task Force is important because, as Dr. Parijat showed yesterday, he still sees about 15 to 20 new cases of stage 5 every week. This means that we have fairly failed as a society to make this a preventable blindness. Two important things here. The person who took over my talk. Yeah, the person who took over the presidency yesterday specifically said that his agenda. Please laga dijiye talk ko. He's focusing on pediatric blindness. So Dr. Partha is very specifically spoken about that. And second, just a few days later with the WHO Day coming up, 7th, this year's theme is maternal and child and intact survival. So I think we are rightly poised to talk about ROP and preventing blindness. So we started this society almost 10 years ago in 2016 with the idea of bridging barriers and breaking boundaries for ROP care. And this our website talks about all of this. It is 22nd July, so that third week of July is what we celebrate as our founder week. It has now been registered as a society in the Karnataka. That's where we have the office. And these were the founder members, as you can see, and we've grown from 7 members to mentors to about now 248. We have an annual meeting, we have satellite meetings, and we have zonal meetings. So all of you all are aware that in 2016, the first meeting was in Bangalore, followed by Pune, Raipur, Chandigarh. Then, of course, COVID saw us not having these meetings for a couple of years, and then we combined it with the World ROP in 2022. In 2023, it was in Surat, and in 2024 in Chennai. And this year, coming in July this year, will be in the pink city of Jaipur. Zonal meetings started with Sir's leadership, and the idea was to engage with the government. So everywhere we went, we talked with the government, medical colleges, especially government medical colleges. It started with Lady Harding in Jan 2023. Then in April the same year, we did a very, very successful meeting in Calcutta with more than 300 government functionaries coming. Then we combined it with the annual meeting in Chennai with Shankar Nethralaya taking the lead. And then this year, in February, we did it in the central zone of Nagpur. We have since been engaging with neonatologists and neonatal nurses as well. The idea was to create a training where they will use the camera and to familiarize our doctors who are medically trained to also learn how to do lasers and injections. The society has 2 orations, the Michael Treacy oration. Today the recipient is Professor Domenico. And the Rajvardhan Azad oration, which is given to an international expert. From this year, we've decided to make the alternate year of an international speaker and a national speaker for the Michael Treacy oration. These were the oration awardees from 2017 to currently, as you can see the international awardee. And the Rajvardhan Azad oration given to an international speaker. Dr. Vici is here in the audience, Dr. Zhao, Michael Shapiro in Dubai, Dr. Deepak Nag from Bangladesh. Last year in Chennai, Dr. Kusaka from Japan, and we are yet to decide our speaker in July this year. We have come up with publications. Initially was just to set the agenda of what we want to do as a society, but very soon we decided to do collaborative studies, and I think this has been our strength. This study that Sir was talking about has more than 10,000 eyes, and this is the largest series in the world, and this is what our membership can achieve. If we all work together, we'll be able to produce data that the rest of the world has to look at. Dr. Shilpi has been, doing the newsletter very well, and she's bringing it out on time, and she manages to collate a lot of the data, and she has this editorial board that works with her. We also have an ROP ambassador program led by Dr. Karubi, which basically engages with media. We are still trying to get a brand ambassador. We were very close to getting a film star. We are still looking for that because I think we saw the success of the polio program with Amitabh Bachchan lending his voice. So I think we want to reach there in ROP as well, but this is work in progress. And we have just, as yesterday's inauguration, we released, at least in principle, but the actual print will come few more months later. All of y'all listed here have contributed to it. This is going to be a wonderful AIOS guidelines for ROP, and this is probably the first ROP guideline that's coming out from the society. We are now about 245 members. 2 weeks ago, we are GST registered. We pay taxes until we get an NGO status, which we hope to get this year, if not next financial year, because we just recently got a Darpan ID, which is basically what the government of India expects you to have if you are an NGO. And we are expecting an ATG exemption in the coming financial year. Once we get an ATG exemption, then we will aim for an FCRA clearance so that we can get donations from internationally. Our steps ahead for the next 2 years is training younger colleagues. Sir spoke about the certification, and Dr. Shweta, a friend and colleague, will give you more details on that. The Irop fellowship, this is still something we are working on, where a single young ophthalmologist will be transiting through all the big centers who are a part of the mentors, and will learn a lot about pediatric retina and ROP. Multicentric studies, I think we've shown with example the anti-VEGF, and there's so much more we can do. And Indian leadership in the APRIA Council and the World Council, we know that we have created the World ROP Council, and Dr. Rajvardhan Azad sir is the president of that as well, and you can see the council members. I also welcome Dr. Eli here from Nepal, who is part of the council, and this is something, this is the council that will be hosting the World ROP Council, and Dr. Azad sir's leadership also led to another association very recently in November last year called the APRIA, Asia Pacific Pediatric Retina Association. And the next meeting we're very happy to announce will be in India, and we're going to be hosting it in the region of Patna. So welcoming you all to the 9th annual IROP meeting in Jaipur. In this week or the next, we'll put up the website for you to put up your abstracts. And this year, we're going to have the younger people present, and the mentors just going to be more panelists and to discuss rather than the other way around. So this is what we are continuously working for: collaboration, training, research, education, and awareness. Thank you very much.